In today's video, I wanted to show you guys 3 really simple but really hard looking hairstyles. I thought these couple of hairstyles were really cute for back to school. So for any of the hairstyles, I want to make sure my daughter's hair is properly brushed out and there's no real snarls in it. Using my Aussie Detangler, this definitely helps the situation. And then I like to use a paddle brush. I go kind of back and forth between a paddle brush and a wide tooth comb. The paddle brush really helps me get out a lot of the knots, while the wide tooth comb just kind of helps finish the job. So whenever I'm splitting her hair, I like using a teasing brush. We're gonna start by splitting her hair right down the middle, from the front of her head all the way to the nape of her neck. So you should be left with 2 separate even sections on either side of her head. Then I'm going to section one side right down the middle, so now I have 2 even sections on one side. And on the other side of the head, I'm lining up the part and doing the same thing, just splitting the hair in half. I'm loosely tying the back sections off with an elastic so it just stays out of the way. Working with the 2 front sections of her hair that are not tied off, I'm once again sectioning these in half and then tying the extra out of the way temporarily. Using 2 small elastics, I'm going to take these front 2 sections and tie them off. Next section, working our way from front to back, I'm going to release them from their elastic, smooth them out using the brush, and then once again split it in half. So this front section of hair has basically been evenly split into 3 sections. When it's time to tie off the middle section, you're first going to take your 2 front ponytails and tie them as if you're tying your shoelace. So once they're crossed over, I'm going to take the next section of hair and secure it with an elastic. Same thing on the other side, taking the crossed over piece of hair and tying it in with that next section. We're going to do the exact same thing with our next section. So again, taking these 2 ponytails, crossing them over, and then securing them with elastics. Then we're going to take out the back 2 sections. Then using my teasing brush to smooth them out, I'm going to brush them up, again crossing the 2 ponytails in front of it and then tying it all up together. Oh, grass is wet, baby. Yeah, that was wet, huh? For hairstyle number 2, we're starting again by brushing all the knots out of her hair. We start this one off by simply slicking back her hair into a ponytail. Then just taking a small section on the very top of her ponytail, I'm just going to braid that all the way down to the bottom. Once I have the braid secured, I'm going to smooth out the rest of the hair, and then starting a couple inches down, I'm simply going to take an elastic and secure it. Same thing a couple more inches down. I fit about 3 to 4 elastics in her hair. Once it was all secured, I just went in and used my fingers to just kind of pull the hair apart. Not the braid, but the rest of the ponytail. To add add a little bit more detail, I just took these little flower clips and twisted them into her hair wherever there was an elastic. For our final hairstyle for today's video, and I figured I wanted to try to do something that was down, starting by making a far part on one side of her head and then continuing the part down to the nape of her neck. I'm going to secure the hair that I'm not working with a clip so it stays out of the way. With the left side of her head, I'm going to first start by splitting this section into two pieces. With the section closest to her hair, as best as I can, I'm going to try to create some sort of French braid or twist. I'm honestly not the best at these, so I did try my absolute best. It could have definitely turned out better, but I need a little bit more practice, so maybe you'll have better luck. Once we have our braids secured, it's time to start with the top half of the hair. Taking this first section, I'm going to split off about a third toward the front of her hair. Clip the rest back, and then again split it in half. Secure each half with an elastic. This is pretty much just like our first hairstyle, just on the side of the head. So as we continue moving toward the back of the hair, I'm going to continue sectioning it, then sectioning it again down the middle. Before I secure the next ponytail, I'm going to cross my two front ponytails over each other. This is going to create this really neat crisscross side part. I absolutely loved this hairstyle on her. Just continue knotting the hair and continue to cross it over and secure it with the next ponytail. When I got to the end, I secured it with one more elastic.